So here's the thing.
So you get yelled at a lot, and you buy into it.
No, but here's the thing, because look, I was a big fan of Howard's. I looked up to him, and that's where the bully has the advantage.
Yeah,
because I looked up to him so much that you wanted to please him. I loved to make him laugh. You know, I mean,
and you wanted to be there.
Yeah. So they have that power, Billy. You know, so that's why you have to take, you know, the abuse, and you have to take that Don Buchwald screaming and hoping that it doesn't get you fired. You know what I mean?
Well, I respected Howard. You know, even beforehand, when I heard about his antics on the radio and that he was starting to go into new markets and stuff, you know, like WJFK.
Yeah.
You know, or Philly. There was only like 3, right?
Yeah, when I started, it was only New York and Philly. You were there before Philly.
But I admired this
New York, Philly, and Washington came aboard at the same time.
I admired
JFK and MMR came on
because it was time. It was time to stop saying what time it was and reminding people to wear their hat because it's going to be cold. I mean, fuck that. That's like 1930s.
Yeah.
You know, so here comes this guy, and he just kicked down the walls, and to me it was like watching Larry Bird get the ball. You know, since I'm from Boston, it's like once he got it, oh, what is he gonna do? Strap your seats, you know. And that was like how I perceived Howard when I first got a load of him. I said, this guy rocks, you know? I mean, it's like, you really don't know where it's going to go and what's going to happen. It was almost like a sporting event. So,
and what's so brilliant about him and about the whole thing, it was so deceptively simple. And when he described it, he said he'd just be in the car riding with his father. Hey, what's the #1 song? Hey, what time is it? And he said, why doesn't somebody just go on the radio and talk like a human being? It would be so unique. And that's he just got on the air. You know, even when he was saying he was being dirty, but he wasn't being anywhere near as dirty as a 5-year-old kid on the playground.
No.
Nowhere near, you know? Like, the fact that he was coming close to talking like a human being was freaking everybody out. That was so great.
And that changed the industry because suddenly there were sports Howards, and there were chick Howards, and there was weather Howards, and, you know, and he was literally being nibbled to death by ducks, by imitators.
After you, like, you know, tell Howard that you're not going to do it, you know, with the union, what happens? You're just off the show, even the radio show?
No, eventually they finally paid scale. And so they took the blinders off. They can't, you know, because I was in cloistered too.
Oh, so then why did you leave then?
A lot of people think I left because they brought in John Cristofalusi from Ren and Stimpy, who came in there to sandbag me and bring in one of his disciples with him, and Howard, you know.
But that might have been heavy to you, but that was lost on everybody else.
I don't know, but you know what it was is that I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he got himself fired from his own show,
right.
And then now he wants me to treat him like he's my partner. I was a hired gun. You know what it's like. It's like somebody hires you for a part, you go in there, you don't like fasten yourself to someone else, and then when they have problems, that they're your problems.
Yeah, no. It's
So
work for hire.
So they brought him in, and I had just come back from burying my brother. My brother died.
Oh, shit.
So I was in Boston at his funeral, and they sent me a wreath from the show.
What is this? Deaths Are Us?
Yeah. Yeah, Toys R Us went out of business. Somebody's got to move into those buildings. Okay, I got some more black crepe there.
All right, I didn't mean to slow you. Go, keep going.
No, and so I came back, and I was all beat up, and then, well, who do I see in the bathroom? This asshole, John Cristofalusi. You know, and I go, how the hell are you? You know, and he goes, good, how the hell are you? And he came in there to, like, start all kinds of ruckus with me. But I just sat there, and I was sad, not that he came in, I was still sad about my brother. So he makes his way into my territory, and, you know, it just was so strange because they wanted to gang up on me. I mean, Howard had his dad call in, he probably prepped him, you know. And it's like,
I don't remember clear enough. Did you think it was like a Pat Cooper situation? Did he bring him on to stir the pot with you, or was the guy on?
I auditioned for the show Ren and Stimpy. It was going to be kind of groundbreaking. You know, it kind of looked abstract, like beatnik stuff, you know. And I originally auditioned for both voices, and that's what sold the show. Me and this John Cristofalusi, who created the show, went over to Nickelodeon, and we were in the hallway, you know, like Kurt Loder did his news over here. This is the old MTV building. And he said, all right, and we recorded the whole demo in a closet. It was like right out of Central Casting. There was a broom and a pail, you know, and we were like, I'm reading the script. And he says, all right, I'm going in there. And he goes and meets with the women from Nickelodeon. He comes out, congratulations, what you just did sold the show. And I said, great. And then he decided that he was going to do the Ren character. And I didn't give a shit because I had a job. You know,
Yeah,
anybody that
of
gives me a
course.
job is a hero to me.